Right, so now as we move forward to the next step of the accounting cycle, which is the preparation of the unadjusted trial balance. Now, if you could see in your, or if you could check please in your workbook, the unadjusted trial balance is actually a listing of the account titles with its ending balances. So meaning, again, as I've mentioned, it is a domino effect here. You will be using now the ending balances that you have in the general ledger and summarize that in the unadjusted trial balance. So let's go back quickly to our general ledger. This is in the previous lesson. You can also download this file. So this is the T account style. This is the one that is a bit challenging, but yeah, I will repeat how do we get the ending balance in this format. You get the total in the debit side, you get the total in the credit side. Okay, bring down the higher amount between the two. In this case, this is 330,000. So leave a space for the ending balance, then bring down 330,000. Okay, that side with the balancing figure, okay, that is where the ending balance is, and that would be for the amount of the ending balance. Okay, while in the 3 column, this one here is quite easy because every time we put in the amount in the ledger, we always compute the balance. So meaning at the end of the period, you just simply have to look at on this last line. Then we already have the ending balance. Same with the 4 column. So if you would ask me if your teacher will not require you any format, what is easy is the 3 column. Okay, for as long as you will write here the debit or credit, so that you will not be confused. Now, I would also like to emphasize that in this format, in this format of the T account, though the ending balance of cash, this cash, right? The ending balance of cash is in this side, credit side, okay? It doesn't mean that the cash has a credit balance, okay? But it just shows that in a T account, the anatomy of the T account, beginning is in the normal balance and the ending is in the opposite of the normal balance. I repeat, in the nature of a T account, the beginning balance is in the normal side while the ending balance is in the opposite side. So cash, the normal balance of cash is debit, okay? In a T account format, the ending balance would be seen in the credit side. But still, the ending balance is still called debit under cash, okay? And we will use that now here in the problem. Okay, but before that, let's understand first, this is also this file. This is the template for the unadjusted trial balance. This can also be downloaded in this lesson. Okay, remember that unadjusted trial balance, it's also a formal management report, formal financial report, though it's not a financial statement. Still, it should have its proper label, so the company name. Okay, this is AM Designs, right? AM Designs Co. or company. Let's just use company. AM Designs Company, right? And the name of the document, I'll have this in. So the name of the document is the unadjusted trial balance, then the reporting period or the reporting date. Since it's a trial balance, it should be a single date. So this one is the September. The end date of September is September 30. So this should be September 30. Let's say 2020 or 20x since there's no year given, right? So I have already listed here the account titles. So if you're given the chart of accounts in the problem, you would simply list down here the chart of accounts and fill them out with the debit and the credit balances, right? Okay, so let's use this T account style. Cash has an ending balance of 255,000 its ending balance, the normal balance of cash is 255,000. Okay, accounts receivable, if we try to check accounts receivable, there, 12,000. Okay, accounts receivable has a normal balance of debit also, but then again, in a T account format, the ending balance is in the opposite side of the normal balance. Okay, let's use the 3-column format so we will get used also to knowing or seeing the ending balance if you use the 3-column format. Office supplies, just very easy. The last line here, that's 5,500 debit. Okay. Prepaid rent. Let me see. Where's the prepaid rent? Now, supposed to be our general ledger is to be arranged based on the chart of accounts. But again, since there was no chart of accounts, we just had it like this. Anyway, in the next lessons, you would see that I will be discussing one more problem, comprehensive one from step 1 until the last. Okay, so you would really see the whole thing in the accounting cycle. Right, so prepaid rent, 60,000. Debit, okay. Office equipment, that would be, I think it's here, yeah, there, 5,500 as well. Accounts payable, so accounts payable this time was a normal balance of accounts payable, credit. So it has a credit balance of 55, so 5,500. Utilities payable, okay, 2,400. Okay, unearned revenue, which is a liability, 65,000. Okay, capital, 250,000. Okay, service revenue, that would be 27,000. Normal balance of credit. Utilities expense, that's 2,400 debit. Then salaries expense, 9,500 debit. Okay, let's make this beautiful. So let's have it centered. Right. So one formula that you can use in Excel, so the advantage of the online learning is you can use now Excel. That is if your teacher will not really require you to do the manual. So instead of using your calculator, you can have here the formula sum. So open parenthesis, you highlight this one. So meaning it would tell Excel to add all the amounts in that column. Okay, then close parenthesis, there. Then sum, there. So if you could see, our debit and credit are equal, right? Okay, so we labeled this one totals. We don't know why it doesn't go to the center, but anyway. And we should also, format that, or we should double rule. Okay, let's see here. So double rule there. So when we double rule, okay, so we should double rule the amounts. Okay, there should be a peso sign here, or whatever is the currency in the problem, right? So this is now your unadjusted trial balance. So your debit and credit must equal. Okay, if your debits and credits are not equal, there are many indications, or there could be reasons behind the error in your trial balance. You could go back to your journal entries, or maybe there were transposition errors, and those techniques of finding out errors is also in your workbook. Okay, so this is one of the dilemma of students. So this is their first horror story if they do not equal, meaning there was something wrong in the journal entries in the first place, right? And we already had the general ledger, so it's like really a domino effect. Okay, so in the next lesson we will now do adjusting entries.